I'm Sam from Sparesbox and we're here with my boss Leon and his personal Golf R. Leon mate, why's the car on the hoist?
Well, we're doing the Bullrush Rally this year and we're keeping up with the supercars, or trying to. Golf's pretty quick, but we're going to do a few mods, bolt on things, pretty easy, hopefully get a few more horsepower out of it, stop, turn better, keep up with the big boys.
Absolutely. It's going to have to be quite a build to keep up with the supercars, but I'm quietly confident. We've enlisted the help of James, our head mechanic as well, because let's be honest, we're not getting our hands dirty. Let's get to it.
I've got here in my left hand the OEM sway bar, which is a 22mm hollow one with a single point of attachment. As you can see, the SuperPro one is much beefier at 25mm. It's also a solid bar and has 2 points of adjustment for the links. So we've got here the SuperPro bushes as well as the SuperPro links. You do have to reuse the OEM sway bar mounts. However, they aren't too hard to get off and installation should be fairly simple. Much easier when the shackles aren't on. We've just finished installation of our H&R rear springs and our SuperPro sway bar and links. It was a really easy and straightforward affair, the exact kind of work that anybody could do at home. If you are installing something like this, and more so if you're installing the front components that we're about to get onto, take the car in for a wheel when you're done, because you can't just put products like this in and expect it to be perfect.
So what we're looking to do is upgrade some of these performance. Here, the SuperPro forged aluminium lower control arms. It's an awesome bit of kit, changes the cast from the camber. It's going to give me a sharper turn in and allow a bit more adjustability in the suspension. Also with the urethane bushes, a bit more responsiveness. So to complement the SuperPro suspension upgrades, we're really looking to also change the ride height and the center of gravity of the car, and we're doing that with these H&R springs. So what's cool about these is they're dual rate springs. So what that means is they allow us to have comfort, but also give us more progression as we roll the car hard into a corner. So when we hit a small bump, this relatively large spring will take up those little small bumps that every day around town. When you're really under load under a corner, the tighter spring here will take more load to give us more resistance during the corner under heavy braking and turning. So hopefully that will allow us to minimize the understeer and get better grip and traction.
So be sure to remove or unplug all the sensors for the suspension, the wheel speed sensors and the brake pad sensors. So we've just gotten our front lower control arm out of our Bullrush Rally Mk7 Golf R. We've got our SuperPro replacement arm here. As you can see, it's a really nicely made arm. It also comes supplied with the polyurethane bushes pre-installed and ready to go in. All right, so now that we've got our shock absorber out, we'll take the factory spring off and replace it with our H&R spring and replace our strut top with our camber top from SuperPro. Spring off. Put the spring in, making sure it sits properly on its seat. The supplied H&R bump stops.
Super exciting part of the build, guys. You can see we've got the Golf R on the electrical liner here at Heasmans in Sydney. We've installed our SuperPro lower control arms, sway bars, our camber strut top mounts and our H&R lowering springs, and we're all about how this is sitting. So it's time to get a nice aggressive wheel alignment, and who better to trust than Heasmans, so that we're ready to compete with the big dogs on the 2019 Bullrush Rally. Well, we just got back to HQ from Heasmans, and I mean, the car is a total different beast. When we first installed all the parts, it didn't feel that off and it drove pretty well, but now you can really tell the turning's great and it tracks dead straight on the road too. Can't wait to give the keys to Leon and see what he thinks.